Chief, remove the wheel chocks.
Copy. Wheel chocks are now removed.
Dog, check on Ox. 2. Roger, let's crank and meet back on Pride 2 at taxi time. 2.
Francisco Saipan International Airport. Automated weather observation. 2255 Zulu. Wind 050 at 7 knots. Peak gusts 10. Visibility 3. Sky condition broken 1700. Temperature 27 Celsius. Altimeter 2978. Remarks. Density altitude 2200. Thunderstorm. Information not available.
Dog, check on Pry. 2. Roger, let's push over to departure price 3 and see if we can pick up our IFR clearance. Departure, dog flight of 2 A-10s on the deck at Papa Golf Romeo Oscar. We'd like to pick up our IFR clearance if possible, departing Papa Golf Romeo Oscar at 2340 Zulu, up into R7201, round robin, back to Papa Golf Romeo Oscar. Departure dog flight on the deck, Papa Golf Romeo Oscar. How copy this transmission? I've got one other idea. The NPC guys gave us a uniform freak for Guam departure on the kneeboard. Go 256.7 aux. I'm going to try switching to the top antenna and see if they can hear me. Departure, dog flight, on the deck, Papa Golf Romeo Oscar. How copy this transmission? Over.
Station calling Guam departure. You're coming in weak and unreadable.
Alright, man, we're going to have to get airborne to get line of sight to the antennas on Guam so we can talk to departure control. I'll plan on departing 27 and anchoring at steer point 1 below the weather to contact departure and get our IFR clearance activated. Once our flight plan is activated and you're rejoined, we'll press north to R7201. Sound good?
Solid plan. You think you'll be able to maintain VMC until you can get our clearance?
Yeah, I think so. I'll just orbit over the water as low as I can. I should be able to stay below the weather and raise departure control. Okay, that's the plan. Let's push back to Oct 1 and Pry 2 for Vanguard. Dog, check Pry.
2.
Dog, check Ox.
2.
Vanguard, dog flight of 2 Hogs, mission 1 Alpha Mike, Foxtrot, Charlie Foxtrot, request taxi for takeoff and updated weather if possible. Lead is requesting expedited 27 departure so I can get airborne and get our IFR clearance activated.
Dog flight, current observation is 2500 broken with 2 miles of viz, fog, altimeter 2977, wind 062 at 2, temperature 27, dew point 26. Dog is clear to taxi to 27 and clear for expedited takeoff 27.
Dog copies, taxi to 27 and clear for takeoff 2977. I'm going to proceed to the north at 500 foot AGL.
Roger, dog, departure's at your own risk. Just adhere to the departure procedures on your kneeboard. For LZ27, it's 2,200 before turning south, and for 09, it's 1,400 before turning south.
Roger, that checks, and we're northbound today. Dog 1, copies clear for takeoff.
Dog flight, roger that.
Dog 1 is rolling. Dog, push over to Pry 3, wind airborne. Guam departure, dog flight, checking in 5 miles north of Papa Golf Romeo Oscar at 500 foot AGO. How copy?
Dog 1, squawk 1337 ident.
Dog 1, 1337 with the flash.
Dog 1, radar contact. Maintain VMC, say request.
Dog 1, roger. VMC, I'd like to activate and pick up my IFR clearance. Papa Golf Romeo Oscar up into R7201, round robin, back to Papa Golf Romeo Oscar if possible.
Dog 1, copy. I'm a little busy this morning. It would have been better if you contacted me on the ground. Stand by. Okay, Dog 1. I found your clearance in the system, but your flight plan Block 3 doesn't indicate you are GPS or ADS capable. How are you planning to shoot the instant approach back into Papa Golf Romeo Oscar?
Roger, departure. Good catch. Our plan is to cancel IFR and shoot a visual approach into Papa Golf Romeo
Dog 2
Oscar on
is
the
rolling.
return. If the weather prohibits that, we should have Saipan, Papa Golf Sierra November on there for an alternate. We could shoot the ILS to runway 07 up there.
Roger, Dog. If I were you, I'd plan on that. The updated weather forecast looks like ceilings and viz are coming down throughout the day with fog and mist. Also, this shows a 2-ship. Are you going out as a 2-ship or a single ship today?
Roger, departure. My Dash 2 should be rejoining me shortly, and we'd like to proceed as a 2-ship.
Okay, stand by. Let me get this activated for you. Okay, Dog 1, I have your amended clearance. Ready to copy?
Dog 1 is ready to copy.
Dog flight is cleared to R7201, then Papa Golf Sierra November via the Sierra Alpha India 209 for 60, Sierra Alpha India 120 for 20, Sierra Alpha India 020 for 46, flight plan route, climb and maintain 9,000, stay on your current code. Once you get up into R7201, center should be able to clear you at block altitude.
Roger, departure. Dog flight is clear, R7201, then Papa Golf Sierra November via the Saipan 209 for 60, Saipan 120 for 20, into R7201 flight plan route, climbing to 9,000 on current code.
Dog 1, readback is correct. Let me know when your Dash 2 is rejoined and you are ready to proceed en route.
2 is saddle.
Guam departure. Dogflight is established as a 2-ship, ready to proceed northbound.
Roger, dog. Clear direct the Sierra Alpha India 120 for 20. Climb and maintain 9,000.
Dogflight is direct. Saipan 120 at 20, climbing to 9,000. Dog, go fingertip, and let's climb at 250 knots to 0.2.
Altitude, altitude.
Let's check in with Sentry Ops. Go button 5, aux. Dog, check aux.
2.
Sentry Ops, dog flight of 2 Warthogs, just departed Rota, inbound R7201, mission number 1 Alpha Mike Foxtrot, Charlie Foxtrot. Checking in, request word.
Dog, roger. Your AFAC mission in R7201 is a go. Boat flight and the rest of the players should be assembling south of IP Sierra as we speak. Weather decision hasn't been made yet, but for now, press with the primary plan. You'll have Bone 1, a flight of 2 AV-8 Bravos, call sign Devil Dog, and we're waiting on 1 additional player that was added to the ATO last minute. Check back in with me 5 minutes south of Sierra for an all-players update brief from the Chaos. We'll be requesting your assessment of the weather in the AOR at that time.
Sentry Dog 1, copy all. Dog, go back, aux 1. Departure, Dogflight is level 9,000.
Dogflight, Guam departure, copy.
Alright, man, we've got some time to kill northbound. Let's recap today's plan.
Sounds good, man. Truth be told, once we got that weather brief this morning, I pretty much tuned out. I figure there's no way we're going to have the weather to pull this off today. Just a waste of jet fuel, if you ask me.
Well, that probably would be the smart call, but when have you ever known the brass to do that? I'm pretty sure Indo-PACOM is going to use this weather to demonstrate to anyone who's watching that we can take the fight anywhere in the first island chain, no matter the weather. I mean, the intent was to get a nice photo op out of the firepower demonstration today, but as long as somebody in the media down there writes about it, it'll have its intended effect. In other words, you better listen up, because I'd say there's a pretty good chance we're going to be working our guts out today.
Roger that, so run me through everything one more time. You have my undivided attention.
Copy. Okay. So big picture, we're working as a two-ship AFAC today once again. Based on the weather, it's going to be tricky. You're either going to have to be tucked in nice and tight on my wing and fingertip, or drop back to a 1 mile loose trail today based on the weather. We'll assess the ceiling height and the visibility once inside R7201. The primary plan is for us to control the airspace and sequence in 3 or 4 separate assets. After that, if there's anything else left to bomb, we'll get our shot. As you know, there's a ton of Indo-PACOM brass down there, and rumor is the Sec War himself is likely in attendance, so let's look sharp. Sentry Ops is going to make a weather call about the time we arrive at the IT with either a high war, a low war, or maybe even a weather tank call based on our assessment of the ceiling and visibility in the AOR. If it's a high war, then we'll have the flexibility to bring in assets from medium to high altitude. If it's a low war, it'll be one-pass haul-ass drops with retarded bombs. Of course, if it's weather tank, we've basically flown around in this dog shit goo for nothing. But if that's the case, so be it. I'll see you down at the hotel swim-up bar after debrief. Okay, that's the faster, funnier rundown. What questions do you have?
So we've got the B-1 and a pair of Harriers, but what other assets are you expecting in the stack? You mentioned we'd have 3 or 4 assets to work with.
Oh yeah, well, I know we've got the B-1 and the Harrier for sure, just because I caught those guys after the weather brief this AM, and Sentry mentioned them at check-in. The whole point of this firepower demonstration, in addition to being a press event, is for us to get some real-world AFAC experience. So I'm guessing the additional assets will be a surprise for both of us. So as always, flexibility will be the key to air power. If it's a low war, we may still be able to get under the weather and buddy lays for assets that don't have low-level bomb delivery capes. My bet, though, is we'll get a pair of Hornets or maybe some Beagles, but who knows? Maybe they'll even frag an old F4U Corsair to us.
Roger, that sounds fun. Dog, leaving my airspace to the north, contact Guam Center on 132.2. They may have a shortcut for you. Good day.
Departure, dog copies 132.2, dog push, Pride 4. Guam Center, dog flight of 2 A-10s, level 9,000, checking in.
Dog flight, Guam Center, roger. Dog flight is clear, direct Saipan 020 for 46, rest of route unchanged.
Dog copies, direct Saipan 02046. Dogflight Guam Center, traffic at your 11 to 12 o'clock, ATR 72, climbing through 7,000 feet southbound. Dogflight is Popeye. Roger, Island Hopper 457, Guam Center. Stop your climb at 8,000. I'll get you higher in a minute.
Island Hopper 457 is 7,500 for 8,000. We're also in the clouds.
Island Hopper 457, Guam Center, copy. Alright, Dave, I don't need to state the obvious, but weather's going to be the biggest factor today. We're going to need to stay close enough to the island to spot targets, but we're going to need to float out wide whenever ordnance is being delivered.
Yeah, good call. You think we're going to press with this exercise, huh? I don't know, man. This weather absolutely sucks.
Yeah, I think we're going to be directed to press regardless of the weather, but maybe you're right. Anyway, like I was saying, the weather's going to be the biggest threat today. I'm going to be primary for all the AFAC duties, and I need you to back me up today, man, especially when it comes to any ATC instructions. I'm going to be heads down looking at my knee board and trying to figure out 9 lines, so I'm going to be relying on you to keep your eyeballs and your ears out of the cockpit. Remember, we can call timeout or knock it off if we need to. Additionally, keep an eye on my altitude and pitch attitude. I'm going to be in and out of the cockpit with a very limited horizon, so if you see me roll inverted or something, just call it out. And last thing, back me up on deconflicting all the players with altitude today. We should shoot for 1,000 foot of separation for everyone today while they're orbiting in the stack. And if you lose the data link with me, you climb above 2,000 feet, and I'll orbit below 2,000 feet for deconfliction.
Loco, man, like I said, this whole exercise is just a bad idea in my opinion. I'm going to try and stay fingertips with you if I can, but if I lose sight, just plan on me calling blind and dropping back loose trail.
Alright, man, there's nothing but empty water between us and the IP, so let's go ahead and fence in. Might as well get ahead of the jet while we can.
2 is fence.
Lead is fenced. If we have to laze anything, we'll just plan on 1688. I'll probably try to mark targets with my smoke rockets if the visibility is good enough, just to give the attackers a little bit more SA, but truth be told, everyone's going to be dropping off coordinates today for the most part. Also, try to mark as many targets as you can with your pod while we're below the weather over the island. Then we can just pop up and drop these GBU-54s on them in the clouds. Remember, they don't have to be lazed in unless you want a little extra precision at the end game.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those days for sure. You really think we're going to be able to pull off a visual approach back into Rota this afternoon?
Honestly, no, not at all. We should just plan on the ILS to runway 7 at Saipan today, and that's what departure gave us on our amended clearance. Hopefully we can reposition back to Roto this afternoon if this stuff pushes through. If not, we can check into that sweet resort the Viper guys are staying at on Saipan. I packed an overnight bag just in case.
I didn't. I guess I'm going to be hitting the pool in my flight suit.
No way, man. The hotel gift shop will be happy to sell you a pair of shorts with some flip-flops. Oh, and probably a rain jacket, too. But for future reference, the probability of having an RON off-station dramatically increases if you don't pack an overnight bag.
Yeah, good point. One other thing to consider, we don't have a PPR for Saipan.
Dude, that's the least of our worries. We'll cross that bridge when the time comes. They've got an ILS, so that's where we're diverting. PPR will be damned. And I doubt we even have the gas to make it all the way down to Anderson anyway.
Roger. Saipan it is.
Dog, I'll have lower for you in about 2 minutes.
Dog flight copy. Alright, Dozer. Tuck it in fingertip and stand my wing as we descend down through the goo. If you lose visual, drop back 1 mile trail and just use the data link for SA.
Dog 2, copy.
Dogflight, descend and maintain 4,000, altimeter 2978. Actually, I'll tell you what, Dog. The only aircraft in your vicinity are exercise players. You're cleared block altitude, surface to flight level 200, within the confines of R7201. If you need to deviate out of that block, just let me know. Are you able to monitor this frequency during your maneuvers in R7201?
Center, actually, we'd like to be cleared off frequency. We'll stay within R7201, block altitude, surface to flight level 200, and we'll monitor guard if you need to get our attention.
Roger, Dog. You're cleared into R7201, surface to flight level 200, and you're cleared off frequency. Check back in with me after completion of maneuvers in R7201 on 132.2 when you're ready to resume IFR. Back to Papa Golf Sierra, November.
One Center, Dog copies, Dog push, price 6, and Ox 5. Dog, check Pry.
2.
Dog, check Hawk.
2.
Range control, Dog flight of 2 hogs, request range entry from IP Sierra.
Dog, clear to R7201, monitor Sentry Ops for all player brief.
Dog flight copies. Dog's going to assess the ceiling and viz in the target area. Report back in 3 minutes on Sentry Ops frequency. Dog, go back, Pry 1. Dog, check Pry.
2.
Alright, Dozer, let's drop down and assess the weather in the AOR.
2, copy.
Altitude, altitude.
Lead, with all this maneuvering low altitude, I'm going to drop back trail.
Clear trail, Dozer. Do your best to keep me in sight. I'm going to take a few seconds to mark as many of these targets as I can with my pod while we've still got some decent visibility. Looks like more fog and rain is moving this way.
2 copy, and Wilco. All players on the net, stand by for weather and mission update brief in 1 mic. Airspace altimeter 2978. All players from Sentry Ops, roll call. Bone 1, check in. Bone 1, have you Lima Charlie, anchored at Sierra, playtime 30 minutes. Devil Dog, check in. Devil Dog Fly has you 5 by 5 with 5 miles south of Sierra, playtime 30 minutes. Roger, Dark Knight 1-1, check in. Dark Knight 1-1 is 10 miles south of Sierra, playtime 60 minutes. Copy, and Dark Flight, check in.
Dark Flight's up on frequency in the AOR, ready for AFAC duties, playtime 1+00.
Roger, all players stand by for words from Archangel. All players from Archangel, we've got a full house this morning and we're expecting a good show. Dog 1, I'm passing airspace control and sequence of events over to you. You've got the 6, make us proud. What's your assessment on the weather? Over.
Archangel from Dog 1, the weather's iffy, but I think we can pull it off. There seems to be a nice sucker hole over the top of us. I think we can work with this. Recommend low war scenario.
Roger, Dog 1, solid plan. You have the airspace and the sequence of events. Make us proud.
Dog 1, copy all.
All players from Sentry Ops. Dog 1 has the airspace and the exercise sequence of events. Dog 1, the stage is yours.
Dog 1 copies. All players check in by flight.
Bone 1, single B1, 84 Mark 82s, TFR capable, playtime 30 minutes.
Dog Flight 2 Harriers, we've got 16 Mark 82s in pod, playtime 30 minutes.
Dog 1, Dark Knight 1-1, single F-117, 2 by GBU 27s, playtime 60 minutes. Word is you guys might have a bunker down there that needs busting.
Dark Knight 1-1, roger that. Did I hear you correct? Did you say F-117?
That's affirmative. The brass wanted to put on a show, so they decided it might be time for the old Nighthawk to make a cameo appearance. Just for old time's sake.
Roger that, Dark Knight. Well, calling in a 9-line with an F-117 is going to be a first for me.
You and me both. This isn't typically the way we operate, if you know what I mean.
Roger that, Dark Knight. Are you all-weather capable in that thing today? Did they add some capabilities I haven't been read into? Unless I'm misremembering, the GBU-27 is laser-guided. I mean, we could buddy lace for you under the weather if you need us to.
Let's just say I'll be able to hit the target down there with the ordnance I have on board. I think it would be best for you to provide some terminal laser guidance, though. Couldn't hurt.
Roger that, Dark Knight. Sounds like you've got the most playtime today, and for today's show, I think we'll save the best for last. Anchor at Sierra, Angels block 18 to 20, and stand by. All players, airspace altimeter 2978. Dog 1 and Dog 2 are a pair of A-10s, and we'll be emceeing today's event. Airspace ceiling is overcast to 2,000 feet. We're going to be using Type 2 control. We own the entire box. Surface to flight level 200. If you need to deviate out of that block, you'll need to coordinate with Guam Center 132.2. Bone 1, you've got the block surface to 2,000 at Sierra. Devil Dog, you've got Sierra 4,000 to 6,000. Stand by for 9 lines. Bone 1, advised, ready for 9 lines.
Bone 1 is ready to copy.
Roger, Sierra 022, 10 miles, 244 feet, tank column, 55 Quebec, Charlie Tango 99327, 71077. No mark. Friendlies west 4,000 meters, feet wet in a vessel. Egress north 2 exit. Advised, ready to copy remarks.
Bone 1 is ready to copy.
Final attack heading 020 to 030. Request low-level drop below the weather at 500 AGL and 500 knots. Drop your entire string, all 84 Mark 82s in one pass with a short interval. Let's bring this shocking off. Give me a 1-minute out call so I can make sure the crowd knows you're coming. Oh, and after egress to exit, slow back south and anchor at Sierra in a matched surf profile. I've got an idea for a finale I think the crowd's gonna love. Read back.
Bone 1 copies the tank column 55 Quebec Charlie Tango 99327 71077. Pickle all bombs, short interval, form max effect. Attack heading 020 to 030. Anchor back at Sierra, block surface to 2000 after exit.
Bone, read that correct, but cleared block angels 15 to 17 at Sierra. That should help you with your max conserved fuel burn. Like I said, I've got a grand finale planned, and I want you there for it.
Bone 1 copies, cleared anchor blocks 15 to 17 at Sierra after exit.
Bone 1, that checks you are cleared hot.
Bone 1, cleared hot, inbound at this time. Bone 1, 1 minute out.
Sentry, just in case you missed it, Bone 1 reports 1 minute to release.
Sentry Ops copies.
Phone 1, Pickle.
Phone 1, terminate. Target destroyed. That was impressive.
Phone 1 is Winchester, returning to Sierra via waypoint exit.
Dog 1, copy all. Devil Dog 1 is advised ready for 9 line.
Devil Dog Flight's ready to copy.
Roger, Sierra 022, 10 miles, 126 feet, truck park, 55 Quebec, Charlie Tango, 99348, 71446, no mark. Friendly 6,000 meters southwest, feet wet in a vessel. Egress north to exit. Advise ready to copy remarks.
Devil Dog Flight is ready to copy remarks.
Final attack heading 020 to 030. Request low-level drop below the weather 500A at 450 knots. I want both ships to drop your entire string in trail formation, all 16 Mark 82s in one pass with a short interval. I want all those trucks burning. Give me a 1-minute out call so I can make sure the crowd knows you're coming. Oh, and after egress to exit, blow back south and anchor at Sierra in a max conserve profile.
Devil Dog copies the truck park, 55 Quebec Charlie Tango, 99348, 71446. Pickle, all bomb, short interval from max effect trail formation. Tech heading 020 to 030. Anchor back at Sierra, requesting blocks 10 to 12,000 for better fuel burn.
Devil Dog, read that correct and cleared Black Angels 10 to 12 at Sierra. Devil Dog flight is cleared high.
Devil Dog cleared hot, inbound at this time. Devil Dog flight 1 minute out.
Sentry, Devil Dog flight reports 1 minute to release.
Sentry Ops copies.
Devil Dog 1-1 Pickle.
Devil Dog 1-2 Pickle.
Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude.
Devil Dogs, terminate. Target destroyed. Nice work.
Devil Dog flight is Winchester, returning to Sierra via waypoint exit. Devil Dog 1-2 go fingertip.
Dog 1, copy all. Alright, Dark Knight, the moment we've all been waiting for. Batter up.
Roger that, Dog 1. This might be a first in U.S. Air Force history, but Dark Knight 1 is ready to copy 9 line.
Well, hopefully there's an Air Force historian out there taking notes. Okay, Dark Knight 1-1, for your drop, let's switch to Type 3 control. 9 line is as follows. Sierra, 022, 11 miles, 145 feet. Reinforced command bunker, 55 Quebec Charlie Tango, 9er 677 72060, marked by laser code on 1688. Friendlies 9,000 meters southwest, feet wet in a vessel. Egress north to exit. Advise ready to copy remarks.
Dark Knight is ready to copy remarks.
Final attack heading 020 to 030. Request drop from flight level 180. Do your magic through the clouds. Dog 1 will provide terminal area laser guidance as a backup on code 1688. Pickle both of your weapons on first pass. Give me a 1-minute out call so I can make sure the crowd knows you're coming. Oh, and after egress to exit, flow back south and anchor at Sierra at Angels 19 for final demo maneuvers.
Dark Knight copies the bunker, 55 Quebec Charlie Tango, 9er 677 72060 on code 1688. Pickle all bombs on first pass, attack heading 020 to 030.
Dark Knight, read that correct, clear to engage.
Dark Knight cleared hot, inbound at this time. Dark Knight, 1 minute out.
Sentry, Dark Knight reports 1 minute to release. Dog 1, guns, guns, guns.
Dark Knight, Pickle, time of flight, 33 seconds.
Dark Knight, terminate, target destroyed, fantastic. And I'll tell you what, Dark Knight, clear direct Sierra.
Dark Knight is direct Sierra.
Sentry Ops from Dog 1, we're almost a wrap. We've got one more Dimpy that needs some work.
Sentry Ops copies.
Alright, Dozer, I'm going to attack Dimpy 3 Charlie. Ready, fighter to fighter? 2 is ready. Dog, trail, shooter cover, GBU 54, vehicles, in from the south, off north. How copy?
Dog 2 copies, ready.
Dog 1 in from the south.
2 supporting.
Dog 1 pickle.
Shack, nice drop lead.
Sentry Ops from Dog 1, report all targets down with a request.
Dog 1, Sentry Ops, go ahead with request.
Roger, Dog 1 would like to request permission from Archangel for a little extemporaneous show of force pass with all players before we RTB. I'd like to bring everyone alongside the observer ship for a final photo op.
Roger, Dog 1, stand by. Let me coordinate with Archangel. Dog, you are cleared as requested. Archangel request is low and fast for full dramatic effect.
Dog copies, break, all players. Dog flight's going to anchor 5 miles north of Sierra at 1,000 AGL. All players rejoin. Base airspeed for the rejoin will be 300 knots indicated. I want Bone 1 fingertip to my right, Devil Dogs and Dark Knight tucked in fingertip to my left. How copy?
Bone 1 copies. Bone 1 will rejoin from 500 AGL. Devil Dog copies. Devil Dog will rejoin from 1,000 AGL. Dark Knight copies. Dark Knight will descend to 1,500 AGL, and I'll slide into formation once I'm visual with all players.
Dog 1 concur. Dog 2 tuck it in.
Two is saddle. Dark Knight saddle. Devil Dog saddle. Bone 1, saddle.
All players, fence out.
Dog 2, fenced out. Bone 1, fenced out. Devil Dog 1-1, fenced out. Devil Dog 1-2, fenced out. Dark Knight, fenced out.
All right, firepower demo team. Let's go say hello to all those observers on that tug. We're shooting for 350 knots and 500 AGL.
Altitude, altitude. Altitude, altitude.
Sentry firepower demo team is inbound. Your posit now. Lights, camera, action.
Nice job, everyone. Archangel passes his congratulations on a job well done. All players
Altitude,
cleared.
altitude.
RTD at this time.
All right, Joker, let's anchor here and go back Aux 1 and Price 4 for Guam Center. Dog, check Hawk.
2.
Dog, check Pry.
2.
Guam Center, dogfight of 2 A-10s. We're complete with weapons employment in our 7201, looking to pick up our IFR clearance back to Papa Golf, Sierra, November.
Dog Squawk 1337, ident.
Dog 1337 with the flash.
Dog 1, radar contact. Dog flight is cleared to the Saipan Airport via radar vectors, direct Cordy, climb and maintain 8,000.
Roger, dog is cleared. Papa Golf, Sierra, November via direct Cordy out of 1,000 for 8,000 at this time. Dog, let's climb at 250 knots, now direct 0.9. Center, dark flight is level 8,000.
Dog, Guam Center, roger.
Guam Center, Dark Knight 1-1, looking for IFR pickup to Hoppy for rejoin with Texaco 1-1.
Dark Knight 1-1, roger. Switch to my frequency 123.47.
Dark Knight 1-1, 123.47.
Dude, that Dark Knight guy is going to hit the tanker. It sounds like he's heading back east toward Midway or Hawaii.
That's Global Strike for you, Dozer. Hopefully that guy's got some go pills and a few pedal packs for the trip east.
No doubt. Center, Devil Dog, flight of 2 Harriers, would like to pick up a short-range IFR pickup up to TD-01. Devil Dog, Guam Center, roger. Come up my frequency 127.58 for that sector. Devils push 127.58.
Center, Bone 1 is going to be pressing north out of R7201. Low-level due regard on a TFR run toward the Mog Islands. Are you painting any low-level traffic up that way?
Bone, that's a negative. My min vectoring altitude in that sector is 2,500 feet, but with today's weather, it's pretty quiet up there.
Bone 1 copies. Talk to you in a little bit to pick up our IFR back to Anderson.
Bone 1, Guam Center, roger. Dude, it's freaking busy up here today.
Yeah, these IMC conditions mean everybody's got to talk on the radio to do anything. All right, man, you all sorted for the ILS into Saipan? The approach plate's on your kneeboard. I'm going to request vectors for the localizer intercept in lieu of that bar procedure turn bullshit depicted on the plate. Once we're on vectors from approach, go ahead and go 2-mile trail and shoot your own approach. We can accept Martha to cut down on the landing interval, but give me plenty of space at Saipan. I'm going to roll out to the end of the runway.
2, copy that. You reckon we should grab betas for Saipan?
Yeah, good call. Actually, do you mind just hanging out here with Center and let me jump over and grab the ATIS? Or you can jump over and brief me.
No, it's cool. I'll hang with Center.
Roger, jumping over to ATIS. Grab me on Ox if Center needs anything.
Temperature 26, dew point 26, altimeter 2979, ILS approaches in use, landing and departing runway 07. Remarks: inbound full-stop military aircraft should contact Venom Ops on 267.0 for coordination and must obtain PPR. Caution high-performance military aircraft operating in local area. Portable TACAN available 103 Yankee.
Haley,
Advise
Center's
controller on
pushing us to
initial
approach
contact
by
that
3.
you have information golf. Saipan International Airport information golf. 0039 Zulu. Wind 060 at 6 knots.
Guam approach, dogfight at 2 Warthogs, level 8,000 with you.
Dog, Guam approach, roger.
Alright, dude, the weather absolutely sucks. It's 200 broken with a half-mile in fog, ILS to 07, temperature and dew point 26, 29er, 79er, and we're supposed to contact Venom Ops to get some type of PPR or coordinate parking. So go button 9, Ox. Now let's talk to them real quick. Venom Ops, dogfight of 2 A-10s, 15 minutes out, both jets code 1. We need to divert in there due to weather, and the ATIS is directing us to contact you.
Roger, dog. We're packed to the gills down here, but we should be able to park you in spots 7 and 8. Do you guys have a PPR from the airfield manager?
Negative, Ops. And quite frankly, we don't have time to mess with that right now. We'll deal with that on the deck. See you in a few.
Roger, sir. We'll reach out and see if we can work one for you. Give us a call when you're on the deck. We're set up in the northeast ramp area. Can't miss us. Swing by the ops tent, and we'll see about getting you building and transportation for the night.
Dog, copy. Dog, go back, Aux 1.
Dog flight, descend and maintain 4,000, Saipan altimeter, T-Niners, 7-8.
Dog, copy is out of 8,000 for 4,000, T-Niner 78.
Dog, turn right heading 245, descend and maintain 3,000, say approach request.
Dog, 245 down to 3,000, requesting the ILS runway 07.
Roger, Dog, you can expect that. Are you flying this as a two-ship formation?
Approach affirmative, but Dog 2 will go 2-mile trail for the approach. We can accept Marsa.
Dog, roger that.
Dog 2, go trail.
Dog 2.
Dog, turn left heading 160, descend to 2100. Dog copies left 160 down to 2100. Dog, turn left heading 120, 2100 till established on the localizer, clear the ILS runway 07. Contact Saipan Tower 131.4. Good day. Dog copies 120, 2100 till established, clear the approach, dog flight, push Pry 8. Saipan Tower, dog flight of 2810, approaching Cordy, standby gear, full stop for 2. Dog flight, Saipan Tower, roger, continue. Dog 1 is gear down. Dog 2 is gear down. Roger, dog flight is clear to land a runway 07. Dog flight clear to land.
Altitude, altitude.
Dog, exit next taxiway. Stay with me to park. Advise when ready to copy down a phone number. Dog is ready to copy. Dog 1, contact me at 670-288-5017 after engine shutdown. Dog Wilco. Dog push Venomox, Ox 9. Venomox, dog flight is on the deck, taxiing to spot 7 and 8.
Roger, sir. You can take spot 8, have dog 2 take spot 7. We were unable to get you at PPR. The airfield manager said he wanted you to call him when you guys were on deck.
Copy all. Tower, give me a number to call. We'll handle it. Any idea what this guy wants?
No, sir.
Copy.
to Saipan, sir. You can shut them down and park them here for the night.
Thanks, Chief.
You bet, sir. See you down at the pool for happy hour this evening?
More than likely, Chief. I don't think we're getting back into Rota today with this weather.
Copy. See you then, sir. Saipan Tower, can I help you?
Yes, sir. This is Dog 1. You told me to give you a call after shutdown?
Yes, Dog 1. Our AATC information and your exercise briefing materials are very explicit that you must obtain a PPR for any full-stop operations at our airfield.
Copy that, sir, but we were a little busy out there this morning just trying to keep the shiny side up. After our mission was over, we simply didn't have the fuel or the weather to make it anywhere else. Anderson was out of range, and we needed to divert in here for safety of flight. With any luck, we'll be out of your hair when the weather improves. Is there a type of beer or adult beverage I can drop off at the tower to help clear things up?
Roger, Dog. The airfield manager loves anything from Napu Brewing Company. You might want to pick some up for yourself as well. It's a local favorite, and please do try harder next time.
Roger that, sir. Consider it done. My women and I will be by the tower a bit later today. See you in a bit.
Yes, ring the bell and somebody will buzz you in.
Copy.